in another country spoke briefly about our water issues, and they were very broad. Well, all Americans should have access to clean water and sanitation. So we want to make sure those recommendations are more thought out and have more specific information in them. Okay, and just please stay on topic and be respectful of all speakers. I know that there are some experts in the room on gender-based violence and implicit bias, but I just wanted to go briefly over the World Health Organization has actually declared violence against women and intimate partner violence and sexual violence a public health problem. Do you all know that? Yeah. Across the world, this is one of the most important issues that are affecting women and girls. 1 in 3 women, 35%, have experienced physical and or sexual intimate partner violence and non-partner sexual violence in their lifetime. And then what was really surprising for me is that nearly 38% of women globally have died by the hands of their male intimate partners across the world. I did some other research, but the one thing I want to say is in Michigan I read, and this was from Haven, that 1 in 3 Michigan families are impacted by domestic violence. And then over 100 domestic violence related homicides occur in Michigan each year. So, and with the news of women, particularly women of color, being killed in the city of Detroit, being violated, and girls as well, I thought this would be a good time to have this session, okay? Wanted to go ahead and get started and start taking information.
Well, there are a few things that kind of started standing out when you started talking, and I'm just going to mention them, and then maybe you can like kind of guide me on what we're trying to. But the abortion bans are definitely an issue, and it's not just for women, but also for trans men, because if they are assaulted or what have you, there's a chance that they may become pregnant at some point. Something else that I'm finding at my job that we're coming across sometimes is the female mutilation. The bans with that or not being banned, female mutilation, genital mutilation.
You come across that as an issue?
Well, because I work with underserved populations, so sometimes where you have undocumented people that may come from other countries and things like that, there are still people who are here practicing that, and that's also an issue. The hate crimes where, I mean, we can just go real wide with what the hate crimes entail and why we need the hate crimes when you're talking about just women or the LGBT community or however you want to look at that. And then there are a large number of women who are incarcerated because they were involved in the domestic violence situations, and then they ended up killing the perpetrator maybe. And even if they reported it and there's a history of the domestic violence and the perpetrator is killed, then they're still doing these long terms in prison. So those are just 4 things that stood out to me when we're talking about gender-based violence and stuff like that.
And can you all do me a favor, is when you speak, if you could please say your first and last name.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's okay, I didn't even put that out there. And if you are affiliated with an organization that you'd like to be included, you can state that, or else you can just state you're from the community.
Yeah, Sharon Fincher, Access Coordinator for Wayne County SAFE and also on the Board of Directors for the Ruth Ellis Center.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, around the world, female genital mutilation is considered a human rights violation, but for